Minimalist games are a terrific way to exercise your brain and pass the time. These games usually have basic gameplay and a clean design. And in this video, I will show you the 10 best minimalist games for PC and consoles. So without any further ado, let's start this video. The first game of this video is Geometry Wars series. The series revolves around forms firing shapes at each other. Simple to comprehend, animate, and render. Simple and stylish like Atari. This series was modern retro before it was a thing. These games have significant Arkanoid and Asteroid vibes, and with 3 classic titles still being played, the audience is strong. Number 2, we have Islanders. The city-building game Islanders gets to the essence of minimalism with its restricted color palette, clean user interface, and straightforward gameplay. Create stunning, procedurally generated cities without the hassle of traditional city-building games' resource management. Next up we have Endoparasitic. From reloading to moving, Endoparasitic is a tactical survival horror game. Manage movement, fire, and room openings to avoid being crowded. 3 limbs cut off, infested with a nasty parasite, save your study. Drag yourself around a hidden research facility on an asteroid, battle terribly mutated creatures, administer many syringes of vaccinations, and live. Next up we have Hyper Light Drifter. Hyper Light Drifter, without much hyperbole, may be the most aesthetically intricate of the bunch. Retro players will always appreciate the 16-bit visuals, but it's the game's spare narrative that really sets it apart. The player is left to piece together the tale in this bizarre mashup of Dark Souls, A Link to the Past, and Metroid. Number 5, we have Baba Is You. In Baba Is You, you control the game's logic by interacting with physical items that stand in for the game's mechanisms in real time. In order to get the flag, you need to cross a solid wall, and the words "wall is stop" are right there, therefore you have to break that link in the chain. Next up we have Skate City. Although it is played like a side-scroller, Skate City is a 3D skating arcade game with simple controls and beautiful visuals. You take control of a skater that may be customized and ridden across 3 stages based on famous skate locations in Los Angeles, Oslo, and Barcelona. The next game on our list is Ashen. It's difficult to develop a Souls-like game with such a simple approach, but it's possible. Ashen is a Dark Souls-inspired game with minimal polygonal visuals. It has the dark and mysterious atmosphere, gritty combat, and challenge of its origin, but there's more. Number 8, we have Rogue Tower. To put it simply, Rogue Tower is a tower defense game with roguelike aspects and an ever-expanding route that you may shape. Increase your defenses, improve your towers with card draws and cash, and enlarge the road strategically to influence enemy movement and protect your tower. Next up we have the Isle of Arrows. The combination of tower defense gameplay with random tile drawing algorithms and roguelike aspects gives Isle of Arrows an almost limitless amount of replayability. This not only needs you to prepare ahead but also to change your approach on a turn-by-turn basis. Take into consideration the positioning of each tile carefully. Number 10, we have Inside. You play as an anonymous youngster exploring a weird institution with several levels and locations that can only be accessible by completing platforming puzzles. In a 2.5D side-scroller, each barrier adds a new mechanic. So that's the list of the 10 best minimalist games that you can play in 2023. Your support is much appreciated if you liked the video and want to see more from Games Puff.